my favorite videos on the internet. It's just a training video from the Old Country Buffet. You remember the Old Country Buffet when you were a kid? Did your mom ever take you there?
I'm sure I've been there.
Yeah. Just a shitty buffet restaurant when buffets were huge.
What if you were a competitor and you open a New Country Buffet right across the street?
Oh, you mean you change it and call it New Country Buffet?
No, you have the Old Country Buffet and the New Country Buffet. You know how like CVS's and Walgreens are always on the same corner?
Yeah.
You did it with the buffet. The buffet is
dude,
like,
they're gone though.
They're all gone.
Yeah.
There's very little buffets left.
So Old Country Buffet still exists as a brand, and I think they were bought by some company in Minnesota. So there's like one.
Yeah.
I think out in Minnesota, from what I've read. But I remember they were everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, and but anyway, we're gonna watch this training video. It's just takes you back to the good old days of the Old Country Buffet. So enjoy, guys.
Greeting and serving guests.
Good evening.
I think
Fine
this is
enough
80s,
today?
by
Boy,
the way.
I'll say.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Would you care for some or beef?
A little both, I think.
All right.
Sour beef?
Making friendly conversation.
Sour. He said roast beef, but it sounded like
sour beef. Would you like some sour beef? Dude, it'd have to be.
But it's not like the sour dressing. It's just sour beef.
Yeah, it's just old, shitty. Yeah. Which I imagine it was.
Yeah, probably.
Like this is a big part of greeting and serving guests. At other buffet-style restaurants, guests often feel they're on their own.
Imagine being the dude that has to like serve the beef.
You don't think that would be a fun job?
Hell no.
You wouldn't want to wear that outfit, that little cape he's wearing?
No. Dude, that would suck.
I wonder what this guy did.
I could do it for maybe a short period of time, but like, I don't know.
You think this is an actor, this guy? Or do you think he's a real
Maybe he's
beef
just
cutter?
like the best beef cutter around.
I remember they have to wear those gloves. Those little...
I'd have to imagine they're using their own employees, I would think.
Nah, they're probably using actors. I don't know. I'm gonna say this is an act. These are all actors.
Yeah, well, that would kind of suck because at least like, wouldn't you want your training video to be people that actually do it and like know how to do it well, instead of just like an actor?
From what I've been told, they're all actors. They're not real. I think. I don't know. You could be right. I don't know, Derek.
I don't know. Maybe they're like automatron, like wax dolls.
Wouldn't that be good if they were actually robots?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were like old 60s robots.
Right.
Yeah.
Like there's like files that become declassified that said that the Old Country Buffet training video was actually robots.
So the government releases.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of it's redacted though, because it threatens national security.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Once they've paid for the meal, no one pays much attention to
Like
it.
Old Country Buffet was like a CIA front.
Yeah.
For whatever.
Filled with CIA agents.
Yeah.
They're all beef cutters.
Uh-huh.
At Old Country Buffet, we work hard to make
Dude, it
sure...
could be to poison the country.
Oh yeah, with shitty beef.
Yeah, with
and
shitty
buffet
food and genetically modified food.
Dude, when I was like,
who knows? That's actually a possibility. Who the fuck knows?
when I was a kid, dude, going to the Old Country Buffet, I remember like on the weekends, it was like the highlight of the week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being a kid, going there, eating some shitty salad and awful beef, you know, and then getting ice cream out of the thing.
Yeah.
And there's fake plants everywhere.
Yeah.
And the glasses were like half clean. You could still see the spots all over them. Great times.
I used to go. I only went to a buffet a few times when I was a kid. My parents always took me to Bob Evans. Bob Evans.
I remember Bob Evans a lot.
I love Bob Evans.
My parents, I guess, were fat hillbillies and took me to Old Country Buffet every week when I was a child.
Yeah.
I remember it.
I just don't do good with buffets, so I just overindulge. So it's like just not worth it.
Yeah.
Our guests never feel that way. As a carver, you spend a little more time with guests and other team members. That means you have a...
Wouldn't you love if he grabbed that knife and just shanked her in the stomach right there?
Yeah, I'm sick of this job of murdering somebody. Just murdering a random person. I'm so angry. Damn.
great chance to
Yeah,
make
how
them...
many unhinged people are out there that would do that? Probably quite a few.
The only people that are beef cutters back in the day at the Old Country Buffet were probably pedophiles.
Yeah.
People with, registered sex offenders.
Straight out of prison.
People that just got out of prison and they need a job.
Yeah.
What do? You go to the beef cutting.
You're a pervert.
Yeah, or perverts.
Yeah.
People that masturbate in
this
public.
This would be like a perfect place to just say like a Dan Silly-esque comment to somebody.
Dan Silly would be a beef cutter.
Yeah, he would be. He would be.
Would you like a slice thick or
Yeah,
thin?
talking like a 6-year-old. How do you like your beef?
Right?
Yeah, do you like long hard beef? It's like, dude, damn.
Would you like some sour beef today?
Yeah.
feel welcome and appreciated. By greeting the guest warmly and holding brief conversations as you serve them, You say to our guests,
So that's another thing too, by the job. Then you got to hold some sort of conversation.
Yeah, like what? What are you talking about?
It's
really?
like you basically you got to get the beef cut. Like, how are you doing? How's your day going?
How's your sex life? Yeah.
Yeah.
How much money you make per year?
Yeah. What's the worst you've ever been constipated?
It'll be right after this beef you eat.
Yeah. Something personal. It's like, oh, how's your life? She's like, I'm divorced. It's like, well, tell me about your divorce.
Yeah.
What's so bad about you that he ended it with
And
you?
she's trying to walk away, but he pulls out a gun.
Yeah,
It's just
he's
to
like,
stay
no,
in
you're
touch.
talking to me. At Old Country Buffet, we carry guns. So if you want to engage in a conversation longer, you point the gun right at them.
Yeah, you have to talk to the employees. It's part of the ritual.
Uh-huh.
You know?
And until the employee feels like the conversation is finished.
Until he's satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're glad you're here. Let's take a closer look at greeting guests. Every conversation you
Dude,
hold with
conversations
guests
at work
should be-
are tough when you deal with a lot of people, because not
I hate them.
every person you want to conversate with every day. It's very difficult.
Most people are pretty dull
Yeah.
and nothing to say anyway. But can you imagine that job? You're cutting beef and you got to talk to them about how their fucking day's going?
Yeah, they're probably just some fat ass.
Yeah.
So all
Just
they-
slice me my ham and shut the
they're
fuck up.
looking in, and all they think is food. They can't even comprehend words. They just
No.
comprehend food.
No.
begin something like this.
Good evening.
Or
Let me see your tits.
Oh my god. First of all, cute blonde girls are not waiting in line to get like
No.
sliced beef or ham.
They're not at Old Country
No.
Buffet.
No, they're not.
No self-respecting, good-looking girl.
That's how I know these are actors.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
How are you?
once you've greeted the guest, start a brief conversation.
Because a
Try
girl like that
asking-
would not want to be caught dead in
No.
a Old Country Buffet.
No, absolutely not.
No way.
A question the guest can answer in a sentence or two. You might ask something like this,
Is it still hot out there?
or this.
Ugh, God,
It's
the
like,
way
dude,
he said
it's
that was
fucking
weird.
January, retard. It's January in Ohio.
Oh, he's at a blizzard,
Yeah,
fuckface.
yeah.
Oh my god.
So like challenges the guy is he thinks it's warm and there's a snowstorm going on.
Oh, if this guy tried talking, I would actually punch him in the face.
Yeah.
I would get mad. For real, I'm not
Yeah.
even kidding. You know how hostile I get.
It's like, you know if it's warm or not,
Yeah.
dude. Come on.
Don't fucking ask me asinine questions like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you catch a game last night?
Or this.
I don't watch fucking games,
I
right?
don't watch fucking games. I don't have time to watch games. I don't even own a TV. I'm broke. I'm lucky to be going out to eat right now. Don't ask me that question. I'm sensitive about it.
Don't have any personal
I
questions.
don't have a TV. I'm too poor to afford
Have you
one.
tried the lasagna? It's
Fuck the
my
lasagna. I got food poisoning last time.
Shit my diaper.
Yeah.
I wear a
Yeah.
diaper when I come here.
Now I have to wear a diaper because of your fucking lasagna.
Yeah.
It did something to my stomach to where I
dude.
just can't stop shitting.
Lasagna at the Old Country Buffet. Oh my god, dude. Oh,
Dude, I'm putting it right here. I'm knocking on wood for significant. I'm never eating at a buffet ever again.
they're not around. I can't even think of one.
Yeah. There's
Other than the
probably some
Chinese
one.
place.
I'm never gonna go.
Would you
to
eat
one.
lasagna at a Chinese buffet?
No,
Oh, okay.
I would rather just.
Have you eaten at that one?
I think I have at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, they got sushi there under like.
Yeah, it's gross.
Oh
You're
my-
better off just going to Giant Eagle or somewhere else buying
Right.
a little bit of sushi.
First of all, if you eat sushi and it's room temperature, like that's dangerous and disgusting.
yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It should be cold. Kind of like
And who knows if it's actually real fish? Too?
I don't know. I have no
That's
idea.
probably what they do because like you can't get food poisoning on fake fish.
They probably just put tuna in like the rolls.
Uh-huh.
They just like from like the dollar store
Yeah.
out of a can.
Yeah.
favorite.
Don't forget to hold quick conversations with our younger guests,
Oh
too.
boy.
Yeah, don't forget to talk to the young ones.
Yeah.
This is where Dan Silly comes
Yeah.
in the
Do you
video.
ever have naughty dreams at night?
Yeah. Have you started having wet dreams,
Yeah.
right?
Has your period started?
Oh. Oh my god. Don't forget to talk to the preteens about
Yeah.
their periods.
Don't forget to have sexual conversation with underage girls.
That's in the buffet training video
Yeah. Uh-huh.
advice.
Children often play a big part in deciding which restaurant their parents visit. We want them to feel welcome and special here.
What the hell is she eating? Watermelon with jello and a
This
slice
bitch is
of
probably like,
roast
my
beef?
parents are poor. They won't take me out to a nice restaurant, so take me to a fucking buffet.
Yeah, here's who eats at the Old Country Buffet. First of all, black people love buffets.
Yeah.
So definitely black people. Like
White trash people.
big
love
fat
buffets,
hillbillies
yeah.
love buffets.
Love buffets.
Like
Like high school, college
yeah.
kids love buffets.
yeah, kids, hot blondes like you just saw
Sometimes
online.
people with like families,
Yeah,
just every once in a while when they just don't know what to do.
right.
But
Too. So start conversations with children by saying something like
You
this.
ever think about
grade are
murdering
you?
somebody? Yeah, at this young age, you ever think about murder?
First of all, that guy, as sweaty as he is, should not be talking to children.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
look at that face right there.
Yeah, he's drenched in sweat.
No, look at him. I mean, he is like.
He's like looking at her chest. You can tell based
Right.
off her height and his height, he's
Yeah.
looking right at her chest.
Yeah. Probably thinking about carving her with that knife.
Yeah.
Make
How
her-
would you like to have your skin flayed off in a sacrificial ritual?
Right.
You went at
Okay.
school.
Or this.
Have you decided
Can
what
I
dessert
pick you up from school?
Wait, let me go back. Let me see what he's about to say here.
Are you in at school?
Or this.
Have you decided what dessert you're going to have?
Or this.
Do you like hot fudge sundaes?
Oh, God. Dude, look at that smile.
Yeah.
Do you like hot fudge sundaes? With
Yeah.
a little smirk.
And do you like hot fudge
Yeah.
on,
Ugh.
on Sunday?
What were they thinking making this?
Yeah.
Once you've held a brief conversation, it's time to move on to the second half of this shift duty, serving the guests.
Yeah, because you know what? You could easily turn a hot fudge sundae into a sexual thing where you get dumped on your chest on a Sunday.
Yeah.
It's like, do you like hot fudge
Like a Cleveland
sundaes?
steamer.
Yeah, so it's like, do you like hot fudge sundaes?
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be kind of nice. Like, that's the day of rest, day of Sabbath, hot fudge sundaes.
Right, yeah.
Just get dumped on.
So that'd be great.
Uh-huh.
Begin by asking,
What'd you get for some ham or beef?
Ham, please.
Some rubber
once
beef.
guests have chosen what meat they want, you'll carve a slice of it.
Yeah, maybe that's not real. Maybe that's rubber. Because
Who
these
knows?
are all
Yeah.
actors. And
Yeah,
they're
they're
not,
just slicing rubber beef.
they wouldn't dare eat like real country buffet food.
Right.
Exactly what size of slice you will serve will be a judgment call on your part.
It's like it's just a piece of wood
Dude,
from
that
the woods.
that looks horrible right there.
That honestly looks like if you cut a tree and just took a slice out of it.
or if you like mummified shit.
Or like one of those tumors people have that are like
Oh,
shows that have
yeah.
all that fucking like black scale shit all over.
In the back, they're doing an episode of that what's that show on TLC?
Oh, the
Dr. Pimple
yeah,
Popper.
Yeah, and that's like one of the abscess
Yeah,
things.
and she's
'Cause
popping it
sometimes
out.
they grow like that crusty skin.
Right, and she's popping it out of somebody's back, and then
Yeah.
they come in the back with a tray and then put it out.
Just put it out to eat it.
Yeah.
Unless the guest makes a special request. We don't limit the can have. We do, however, manage it to reduce waste. Here are some guidelines for knowing how much meat to serve a guest.
It'd be great if you just sliced that ham in half and like just gave her half of
Yeah.
the fucking ham.
He took the slice off, put it back on the plate, gave her the whole entire ham.
Gets fired within
like, here
5
you go.
minutes.
You looked hungry.
When your guest's plate has very little on it, carve a full cut. Lay it over the bare portion of the plate.
No, I was gonna put it in the palm of her fucking
just
hand.
Boom!
Yeah.
And just smash the plate to the ground.
Children usually prefer smaller portions. Carve them a smaller cut.
You're
Place
stereotyping
it
kids.
Right.
Yeah, that's a stereotype. I think the kids should call the ACLU.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sue Old Country Buffet.
For this training video from like the early
Yeah,
90s,
uh-huh.
late 80s.
Yeah.
On an open section of the plate. If your guest's plate looks like this, quarter cut
Slap it out of their hand
Yeah.
and tell them they're fucking fat.
Call them a fat ass.
Yeah.
You're overindulging. Or
Fuck.
are you pregnant?
Yeah.
or a
Yeah, you should ask if they're fat. You should ask them if they happen to be pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question
You know,
to
it'd be
ask.
kind of fun to be pregnant when you get the food cravings. So I bet it's some weird combinations
Oh,
that
yeah.
are delicious as fuck.
That's too bad you'll never get pregnant, ever. Because you get weird cravings.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, well.
I am going to conceive a child one day.
Would you like to be pregnant if you could?
No, fuck
No,
no.
okay, I was just
Fuck
wondering.
no.
Just lay it at your ass?
No.
Like an egg?
No.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I'll love to take care of the kid. I'm not gonna fucking grow it though.
Okay. Would you...
But I am gonna conceive a kid. Like I said, I want to do it in one of these chambers.
That's the weirdest sentence ever out of,
You know?
ever out of your mouth.
Yeah, it's just like has high
Yeah.
electromagnetic frequency. It was built, honestly, probably thousands of years ago. It's in New York State and stuff. And even if you grow like corn in there, you get super corn.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Not a
Well, this
clue.
is hidden archaeology. This is stuff that they
Oh.
don't want you to know about.
Who's they? The...
The government, because it doesn't explain the story. Because the Indians said this was there before.
Oh, is
we
that what
would-
they talk at the Bilderberg meetings?
About
those-
these chambers? I highly doubt
Is
it.
what they talk about behind closed, like Hillary Clinton and the...
I don't think they
fucking
care about the
Obamas
chambers.
went there?
They're on a deeper. They're on something deeper about
Oh.
controlling the country, not the chambers. They don't give a fuck about the chambers.
Do you think at those Bilderberg meetings they have Old Country Buffet?
Well, actually,
like
like say
food?
at one of those meetings that they're doing a ritual, that would be a site you would do a ritual that has high
Yeah.
electromagnetic frequency and to lower currents and stuff like that.
And they got a beef cutter in the back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you
Just
slice up the
beef
ham.
up. This guy there is there serving them.
Yeah.
And then they
elites.
sacrifice him because you weren't supposed to witness this.
You know, they
And
have to
eat him.
They have to kill anybody that worked the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So
half cut of the meat the guest requests. Sometimes guests will tell you exactly what size of cut or number of pieces they want. Other guests will ask you to carve a slice thicker than our usual dime width. These guests all feel they're getting more when getting a thicker cut. Actually, the thin cut ensures them a tender piece of meat, which is why we carve dime thicknesses.
dime
If a
thick
guest
meat.
asks you,
I'd like a half-inch slice of that roast beef, please.
say
Could you say that a little more terribly?
Yeah.
How about we do another
That
take there?
sounded like how a Russian porn from like the late 90s would start.
I don't know where they got her from. Like,
Yeah.
cut. All right, let's get
Yeah.
somebody competent to do these lines.
Like, speak these lines better.
Do you have a gun up to your head?
Uh-huh.
Say that worse.
something like this.
I'd be glad to carve you that. Thinner slices are more
I'd be
tender.
glad to carve you up throat to pelvis.
They hang you up in my living room.
Yeah. Ed
Oh.
Gein put you on a meat hook.
Right.
Make
Oh,
a-
this guy's got plenty of meat hooks in his house. You know
This
he
dude
did.
would skin someone and wear their skin for sure.
Maybe that's why they hired him. They knew that he was slicing up people in his house
Yeah.
on his own. They're like, why don't you do something productive? We won't call the police.
What if you had a fan from this show
You know,
that wanted to sacrifice themselves for you and then wear their skin as a suit? Would you do it?
Marcy, are you watching? Would you do that?
I don't think Marcy's into sacrificing herself.
Well,
but
let her
there's-
speak for herself. Maybe she.
I don't know, Marcy. Are you into self-sacrification?
Would you do it for us?
Yeah. Or do you know someone who wants to be sacrificed to where we can wear their skin?
She'll let us know. She'll comment on this video. so.
Okay, please do. Thank you, Marcy. We love you.
Yeah.
Would that be all right? You can always come back up for more.
Okay.
After I'm
Of course.
drowning you in my bathtub.
In bleach.
Yeah. I fill my bathtub with bleach and I'm trying to drown you in it. And then I'm dumping pneumonia in it because if you bleach and ammonia mixed
dude.
together is a deadly combination.
Oh my God.
Dude, it will actually kill you.
I know. Well, I know. I used to work at the fucking deli when I was
Oh,
a teenager.
so-
We had to clean with ammonia and bleach every night.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
your fingers would fucking burn off.
I wonder how, like, say if we got a bucket of bleach and ammonia in here, like, I wonder how long it would take to kill us. The fumes.
I don't know. Let's
gonna-
try it on the next episode.
I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
So am I.
Yeah. I gotta look
If
this up.
the guest insists on a thicker slice, honor the request. No matter what the topic of your conversation has been or what size slice you've served, you will end each guest contact with the same phrase.
What the hell are you eating, lady? What is
Yeah.
that?
It's fucking just, I don't even know. Like, rice mushed together look like pudding. Or
Oh,
not pudding,
what the
but
fuck is it? It looks like a gigantic, wrinkly pierogi.
Dude,
What the fuck is that?
this, like, makes me never want to eat again.
Well, you were just eating, like, creepy, weird yogurt I
Yeah, but
got.
at least this is, like, healthy.
Was it all right?
It's probiotics and stuff. That is garbage food.
All right.
And I'm drinking kombucha.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, the one night you were drinking pickle juice. I mean, forgive
Yeah, but
me
it's
for...
vinegar. It's acetic acid that's good for your stomach.
Is it really?
Yeah.
The vinegar?
Yeah.
I think it'd make it worse.
No, vinegar is great for you because, well, your stomach is hydrochloric acid, which is a very strong acid. Acetic acid is a weaker acid. It neutralizes the pH of your stomach.
See, Dr. Derek knows.
Yeah.
He's got the answers.
So I do.
That's why I
stuff-
go to you. That's why you're my personal doctor. I don't go to real
I
doctors.
do stuff like for reasons. Like
Yeah.
if pickle juice was to harm me, I would not be drinking
Right.
it.
Why do you think I go to you for physicals?
Like I'm not going to bring in a bucket of ammonia and
No.
drink it. You know.
Yeah, guys, if you want, just call Derek. He'll give you a
Yeah.
physical. He'll check your
I know
anus.
a lot of shit.
He does.
I know a lot of stuff. So if you have a question, just ask me.
How's that for you?
That's fine, thanks.
Asking, how's that, makes sure guests are happy with the slice they received. If they're not, or if they also want a slice of a different meat, you can correct the situation promptly. Guests will sometimes ask you questions about the food we serve and how we prepare it.
Oh my God! Could you imagine answering questions from some dumb fucking retard
About a food at a
about?
buffet.
I'm like, dude, what do you think
God.
this meat is? You're not at a fucking Michelin star restaurant or Old Country buffet.
Right,
for crying out loud.
exactly. Exactly.
Stop asking me questions.
To be ready for these questions,
This ham has been frozen in the refrigerator for 8 months.
Right.
We just opened it up out of a
This is
plastic
great
bag.
F meat.
Yeah, we microwave
This
it.
is like we get this from the cows that have cancer.
Exactly.
Like it's not good beef.
The ham that comes from like the pork.
I'd have to imagine like an animal that has cancer. They just cut the cancer out of it and they still
Serve it at the little country buffet.
probably do.
Sure they did, yeah.
I mean, there's different grades of beef. Like, why would you let it go to waste?
Make the most of opportunities to learn about our menu items. If you are asked a question you can't answer, find someone who can answer it. The nearest manager is usually...
Dude, that guy looks like such a dick. That
Yeah.
manager.
Yeah.
Imagine working there and that guy being your manager.
Oh God.
He's probably been working there for 20 years. It's the only job he's ever had.
And he's like one of those like personality-less, emotionless like supervisors, just a dick.
Lives by himself in an apartment.
Yeah.
a good place to start. Your third shift duty is maintaining the carving station.
Wow.
As you
You
carve
got to
and-
maintain a 1 foot by 3 foot section. Very difficult.
It's like
Like-
piloting a ship.
Yeah,
almost,
right. Uh-huh. You have to go get a master's degree
Yeah.
to clean off a little 1 foot by 3 foot section.
You have to go to a trade school, actually.
Uh-huh.
you
Yeah.
know?
For 12 years, like
Yeah.
a doctor, because it's so complicated.
and serve meats. Your station quickly loses the cleanliness and appeal it had when the restaurant opened.
Thank God this place ain't around anymore.
Right?
Like, thank God.
Would you go there for like autistic reasons, for like research, and then just have it like, closed down right after you're done, or never?
No, I don't ever want to step foot in one of these places again.
It's terrible. I still remember the layout of it. Just like it's fake plants everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everything ugly, like that ugly early '90s ugly design of everything.
Yeah.
Kind of miss it actually. Remember how McDonald's used to look?
Yeah, I know.
Now they're all modern.
Oh, I hate that.
I like the old autistic '70s look of
Dude,
them.
here's the thing about my Adora Park thing.
Yeah.
The original Arby's sign in Austintown is behind Simon Road off Midlothian.
What?
That would be sweet to put up there because that's a historic fucking sign because Arby's was originated in this area.
Can you get the sign?
Well, somebody obviously owns it, so...
Oh. I was
But
gonna say, that'd be
still,
great
they
for them.
might donate it or sell it.
Yeah, I don't know. Isn't that weird? We live like in the,
Yeah, the
Arby's-
first Arby's was right down the street over
and they don't
here.
make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, like they should. It's a bird place. They should restore it back to the original thing.
Well, I think the original was over where that pet store was.
That's what it is, a bird store.
Right.
Yeah.
That used to be Arby's.
How sweet would that be if they restored it to like the original?
This is the first. It's the first one.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a big deal.
God, Jesus Christ, Arby's.
This is what drives me nuts about Youngstown. Is we wait until shit's too late. Like we need to cherish our past.
You know the Warner Brothers are from Youngstown.
I know. Yeah.
Nobody makes a big deal out of that.
I know. But if we
Weird.
started making a big deal about more shit, then people would realize, like, wow, this area does have extreme significance.
Klondike bars.
Yeah.
You like a good Klondike bar?
Who doesn't?
What would
They're
you
the
do for
greatest.
one?
I would do anything.
Like anything?
I would do anything.
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
I really would. Klondike bars are great.
Yeah.
Throughout your shift, you'll complete routine cleaning and maintenance tasks to return your station to its original appearance. Here are some of the tasks you'll complete. Wipe grease from the carving board with a paper towel.
Oh,
Grease and
Yeah.
meat scraps spoil the
that
appearance
greasy
of your
jizz
station.
off of that
Yeah.
meat board.
Wipe them away
After you spent
frequently.
the whole afternoon jizzing
Discard-
over the board.
Yeah. Before the restaurant
Secret
opens.
fetish while no one's looking real quick.
Yeah, just-
Drops a quick load.
Right, and he puts the ham on it over it to
How
cover it
many
up.
times in this country do you think at a food restaurant, fast food, someone's jerked off on the food?
Oh, dude. Wait a minute. Do you know that guy? He used to, he's some guy from Youngstown. He jizzed in that woman's soup. It was all over the news.
Really?
Yeah, do you remember hearing about that?
How long ago was that?
I know the guy.
Really?
I've met him. Well, I used
What
to
a
I used to
fucking
do
weirdo.
design work for him.
Really?
Years ago.
Yeah.
When I was in college, because he worked at a newspaper around here, and he got caught jizzing in his boss's soup. You can look this up. It's online.
Damn.
Jizzed in her soup, then went on Facebook and was bragging about it to his girlfriend. For real.
Dude.
And then his boss came in the next day. His Facebook was left open with the chat still open. She goes on his computer, reads the whole thing, the confession. He went on there and said, "Hey, I just did my boss's soup. Isn't that hilarious? Ha 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 ha." And his girlfriend's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you do that. You're crazy."
Dude.
Dude, how fucked up is that?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, some creamy tomato soup there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll look it up because that's a story.
Yeah,
I'll-
Jesus Christ.
Discard the used paper towels in the wastebasket immediately. Keep the wastebasket in a spot that is... Then, wipe the carving board, front board, and stainless steel surfaces with a clean, sanitized towel.
Oh, he's got a mullet too.
Between groups of guests to wipe your carving knives and chef's forks with your clean, sanitized towel. Keep an eye on the walls, mirrors, sneeze guards, and floors around
Get
your
on your
station
knees, clean
to
those
make sure
walls.
they stay clean. If they aren't, use the time between guests to clean them.
And use your tongue to get into those crevices, you know, those real hard to reach places.
That's what you do when you're cleaning.
Yeah.
Cleaning, you just use your tongue.
I always use my tongue to clean
Oh,
things. Yeah.
Floor spills immediately by guarding
It
the
came on the
area
floor.
personally
Yeah.
or putting up a wet floor sign until the spill can be cleaned
Just
up.
came like a horse.
Damp mopping the area with hot
Got
soapy
Steve
water.
right there.
His boss came over and just jizzed really
Yeah,
quickly.
his boss got like some suction device, like how they use on like a cow with
Oh,
a
yeah.
cock, and
Yeah.
just milked him real quick.
I wonder if that's gonna be in this training video. You have to like milk your boss.
Yeah.
With a fucking.
You have to give him a next level orgasm.
Yeah.
Milk him.
Yeah.
Takes like an hour.
I remember they used to have those stations at the Old Country Buffet where they
Yeah,
were
you're gonna
milking.
milk your boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And leaving the wet
That was
floor
like a
in place.
highly prized job being the boss of an Old Country
Yeah.
Buffet because you got milked all the time.
Yeah. Do you want to take your pocket pussy and milk your boss?
Yeah. Yeah, they
So
gotta
it
do it
comes
with
on the
pocket
floor.
pussy. They do it with all these weird sex toys and
Yeah.
everything.
Until the area is completely dry. Be sure to wash your hands.
Little 5-year-old just slips in the.
Yeah.
cracks it.
Just shit, their brain falls out.
Dude.
It's like a horrific fall.
Oh my god, that got dark.
Yeah.
After performing every cleaning task. Rinse out your towels frequently in sanitizing solution.
Really?
Towels that aren't sanitized frequently not only are unappetizing to look at, but they also leave streaks on the stainless steel.
Because shit stains all over it.
Yeah. It's like, I
Maintain-
shoved up my ass with this too. It's very clean.
Yeah. That'd be great if he put his face in that bucket and was filled with ammonia.
Yeah, just huffing it.
Yeah. His
Dude,
face was burning and he's still
yeah.
trying to serve like
Remember
meat.
in chemistry class in high school, they opened up pneumonia. The teacher went around and like just take a big little whiff. I took a huge whiff and almost passed out.
Wait, they told you to take a whiff of
Yeah,
the
because
ammonia?
how strong it smelled, and I was like
I
this.
feel like you would get in trouble for doing that.
I do whatever I want.
All right, fair enough.
Maintaining the carving station includes maintaining carving knives.
That guy's looking at the
To
knife
keep
like
your-
he really wants to stab somebody.
I know. Well, wouldn't you if you had
Yeah.
his job?
Or
Why
just be like, just slit his own throat.
wouldn't you?
Slitting your own throat would be hardcore.
Yeah, I know, right?
You
Would
know?
you respect me if I did?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Because like once you committed, you're like, I got 1 minute.
Yeah.
And that's it. You see where that kid is somewhere in like Connecticut or something. He died like high school hockey. He fell and the opponent ran over his throat with the blade, slit his throat, and he died.
That's sweet though.
Yeah,
pretty
that happened like last
hardcore.
week.
Really?
It's really hardcore.
Your knives sharp and ready to carve, you use a grooved steel rod called, appropriately, the steel doesn't
It's
actually
called
sharpen.
what? Did it glitch out
This is
there?
called appropriately. This is appropriately. Right here.
I think it glitched out or something.
The
Yeah.
knife. It hones it by aligning microscopic burrs on the edge of the blade.
That'd be pretty nice to be beaten to death with that, don't you think?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
After cutting about 10 to 15 slices of meat, you will notice that your knife isn't cutting as easily as it was when it was first
Because we
sharpened.
use shitty ass knives we get at
Exactly.
the thrift store.
I would love it if they had like samurais in there with like big samurai swords.
Yeah.
And they were cutting like the meat perfectly,
Yeah. Oh, that'd be sweet.
throwing up the ham in
Well,
the
that's
air.
what's
and
nice
just
about
slicing it.
the beauty of the samurai sword is they heat it up, they forge it, they dunk it in cold water. They do that. They fold the metal. They do that so many times.
Right.
Makes incredibly strong blade.
Imagine how delicious this shitty ham would be.
Yeah.
Getting it sliced by an authentic Japanese man.
I sold a samurai sword
To who?
on eBay.
Oh, okay.
My dad
I
had
thought you meant
one.
like on the streets somewhere.
Yeah, it's on eBay. My dad had like a World War II one. It's pretty sweet.
I would love to see you like on the streets, like in an overcoat,
Yeah.
selling samurai
The
swords.
samurai sword. This was a real deal samurai sword.
Oh, yeah, I believe you.
Like had the person's initials engraved into it and everything.
It's then that you use the steel to restore the knife's edge.
You know what?
Here's
Now I
how
want,
to
like,
use
a really
this-
well crafted samurai sword.
Probably.
Fucking great.
Yeah. Probably.
Steel. Note that the process is described for right-handed carvers. If you are left-handed, reverse the process. Before you start, put a carver's protective glove on each hand. Hold the steel in your left hand.
Imagine being jerked off by those steel gloves. A girl, like, that was her thing. She wanted to jerk you
Yeah.
off with. Would you do it?
What's cool about that mace shit? So like, if someone swung a sword at you, you wouldn't get hurt.
No, I know, right?
Yeah.
You could grab the sword with the steel.
I should start wearing mace. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, just
Why
in case
don't
someone
you?
swings a sword at me.
Just in case.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
never know.
No, you're right. Instead of like,
you never know.
yeah, instead of getting a gun, get fucking.
Just keep
Metal
like, dude,
hands.
yeah, just fucking. You could wear the mace, and you could wear like those bulletproof fabric. So it's like, go ahead, shoot me. Nothing's gonna happen.
They shoot you in the face.
Well, you just wear a face mask that's bulletproof.
Ah, all right. Oh yeah, they make those.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Hold the steel so the point is up. You will keep the steel's tip up throughout this process. Hold the knife in your right hand. Place the blade
If
of the
you're
knife at the
left-handed.
base of the steel on the side furthest from you.
Right, anyway, we're back to Old Country Buffet.
Yeah, let's get this.
Cutting
fucking
edge
thing
should
over
be
with.
facing up. Blade up the steel,
It
working
just slits
left
his throat.
I
to
wish.
right.
Yeah.
Make sure the entire blade is drawn
This guy
across
has
the
clearly
steel.
never sharpened a knife before. He's doing it like way too slow and stupid.
He's just some fucking actor, probably.
Yeah, he's full of shit.
You think he's still alive?
Next, blade of the knife at the tip of the steel on the
Either
side
is or he's
closest
died
to
of a
you.
drug overdose.
You think so?
Again,
Yeah.
the cutting
You think he made all his money off of the Old Country Buffet
And then
training
he started
videos?
doing crack.
Yeah.
And then his heart exploded.
He had
the
like
time.
bitches over at his mansion.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
he's like
Because
recognize me.
they paid them like $1.5 million to do this training video.
Right, probably.
cutting edge should face up. Draw the blade down left to right. This hones the other side of the blade's cutting edge. Repeat this process several times on each side of the cutting edge. Draw the blade over the clean, sanitized towel lying on the carving counter. Do not hold the towel in your left hand. Your carving knives are sharp enough to slice not only through the towel, but fingers. Remember, knives are never taken to the dish
I
room
wonder how many
for
people
clean-
cut their fingers off at Old Country Buffet, like the employees.
Probably a lot, and they didn't
Probably.
realize they were doing it, and they were
Yeah.
serving it to the guests.
Yeah, just covered in blood, and someone
Yeah.
eats a finger.
And like fat people don't care.
That's like in Wendy's one time. They found a finger in the chili. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? How does that happen?
I don't know. Well, dude, I worked at Wendy's, so a lot of people.
Doesn't surprise you?
No, not at all. Some of the freaks I worked with at
Yeah.
Wendy's, and I'm talking like subhuman zombies.
Yeah.
That I worked with.
Yeah.
Pedophiles.
Yeah.
Gay men wearing diapers.
I see, like, Wendy's is starting to pay $15 an hour. Maybe Cane's is for sure.
I couldn't see Wendy's paying 15.
No, it says up to 15, so it probably means manager. you
Yeah,
know?
probably not Wendy's. Wendy's is like the cheapest, shittiest
No,
organization
come on,
ever.
Wendy's. If you're out there listening, come on, dude. Pay your employees more.
Wendy's, you're awful.
Seriously, I
Treat
mean,
your-
come on.
They really are the
They
worst.
do so much business. It's just inexcusable.
It's kind of. Is it my imagination? That, like they've gotten worse in like the last 10 years.
I don't go there very often.
Like they used to be really good. I don't eat there anymore because it's so gross.
I don't think it's that gross.
Ugh, I can't eat it. Well, maybe because I worked there though. I worked there
Yeah.
for like 4 years.
Yeah, if you work there, it ruins it.
Yeah.
cleaning. Once you have wiped the steel with your clean, sanitized towel, return it to its appropriate place. Your fourth shift duty is assisting when the guest flow is light. When there are no guests at your station and you're caught up on your own tasks, you'll assist line attendants.
Oh, dude, I'd be like, what the fuck? I'm only here to carve
Your
roast
final
beef.
shift-
Right.
I'm not doing anything else.
That's what. Don't you hate it when you're given an assignment
Yeah.
at work, but they want you to do other
It's like, are you
things?
kidding me? I got to fill 4 other trays.
Right.
It's like,
I'm
you
here
gotta
to
be fuck-
slice these 2 shitty
Yeah.
pieces of meat.
You got to be kidding me.
I'm not filling up the macaroni.
Yeah, for real.
Fuck yourself.
Shift duty is
I
doing
wasn't trained to fill up the macaroni.
Right, yeah. I'm not getting paid to do it's not in my
No.
contract.
No.
whatever it takes to take care of the guests.
Well, with
At
that, he's like, I want jerked off right now. You got to just jerk
Yeah,
him
do whatever
off.
it takes, Derek.
Yeah, so really, Old Country Buffet was running a whorehouse.
Well, absolutely.
So they were, taking care of the guests, the massages and everything.
That's like one of those weird Japanese pornos. It's called Free Use Hotel,
Oh.
where all the basically what it is, all the employees you get to fuck because it's like whatever
Oh.
it takes to please the guests or whatever.
Oh, dude, that'd be great.
It's a great porno.
They-
You
they
should
had
watch
that.
it.
They had that.
Yeah, you would love it. I think.
Yeah, I'd be all down for that.
Old Country Buffet, serving guests is our #1 priority. You have many opportunities throughout your shift to lend a helping hand to our guests. Every time you offer that
What
helping
about
hand,
the food quality? Where does that rank on your priority list?
What, Old Country Buffet?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Probably the last
thing. Yeah.
It's like priority 2 makes you look like a weird ass chef.
Dude, that food I want has got to be like frozen. Everything's got to be frozen, right? And old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just the shittiest quality food.
Especially back then when there was really like no standards.
People
and
didn't
shit.
care back
Yeah.
then. No. People really did not give a fuck.
Right.
Chances are you increase guests' satisfaction with his or her visit. Before
That was back then when like McDonald's had like the Super Size Me shit.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Make it as big as possible. Like they stopped doing that shit because people were aware of how disgusting McDonald's really is.
Well, I think honestly, it's because people are unaware that like we really didn't.
No, you know why they got,
know much about calories and stuff like that. It wasn't as like well known.
You know why they got rid of that? The Super Size Me.
Yeah.
Remember that
Oh,
documentary?
that documentary. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, which I hate that documentary. It's so
Yeah.
fucking stupid. Like you don't eat McDonald's 3 times,
Right.
3 square
Exactly.
meals.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to. Hey, leave that alone. Get out of here.
Like so, if you want a supersized meal one day, like you should be able to get it.
Right, and not have to worry. Actually, have you ever seen that thing?
Yeah, I've
Super
seen
Size
it.
Me?
Yeah, I've seen
It's
it.
fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That's why they got rid of that and they started introducing salads. That was big when they got big on salads back in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Because of that fucking thing.
Yeah. Whatever.
Before we leave your shift duties, let's take a minute or two to look closely at something you need to be aware of every minute you're on the job. Safety. As a carver, you work in an area with a high potential for accidents. Sharp knives, grease from the hand, and the rush of a busy shift can sometimes combine to create a disaster. That's why you need to always work safely. Here are a few things to keep in mind. Treat your knives with respect. They are razor sharp.
What about the beef? Should you treat the beef with respect?
He's like sitting there kissing it and
Yeah.
petting it.
Love and respect.
Yeah.
To an edge that cuts through meat with only a little pressure.
Doesn't want to serve it to the guests because
He
he's like,
does like a Catholic mass
Yeah.
before he starts using the knife.
yeah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't matter to the knife if it's cutting through a ham or your finger. Don't grab for a falling knife. Let it hit the floor. In your haste to prevent it from falling,
He goes crashing into the wall there.
Yeah.
Cracks his head
Now
open
pick it up by the blade.
with his mouth.
Yeah, and grip it as hard as you can.
Right.
you stand a 50-50 chance of grabbing the blade, not the handle. Take extra time and care when you're washing knives. When both your hands and the knives are wet, it's easy to slip if you're hurrying. Slow down and complete the
There's like a midget like bathing in that fucking sink water. Hey,
Yeah.
leave that alone. What's with you? Get out of here.
job safely. Never place knives in bus tubs, Lexans, or sinks full of soapy water. Use only sharp knives. Believe it or not, dull knives are more dangerous than sharp knives.
Believe that or not, Derek.
Because you
Really?
have to work harder to get a dull knife to cut,
Surprised.
the chances of cutting yourself or a guest
That guy
are
looks way
much
too satisfied doing that.
He's getting horny.
Yeah, I
tonight.
think he is.
greater.
Wouldn't you be getting satisfied if you were
Oh, yeah.
pleasing the guests and
Yeah,
giving
and
them the
sharpening
best
my knife.
roast beef
I
possible?
sharpened a knife recently.
Oh,
It
geez,
felt
that
good.
frightens me as to why.
Yeah. Oh, I like knives, you know.
No, I know. That's why it scares me.
Yeah.
No, that's why it freaks me out.
Knives are good.
Finally, be aware at all times of where the guest's hands are. Without realizing it, guests may move their hands in the path of your knife. Keep an eye out for this potential.
Accidentally chop off a customer's knife.
Yeah,
or
right.
hand. I mean,
hand. The customer brings a knife. You're like, no knives.
punish them.
Yeah.
In this video, we've examined your shift duties other than carving meat. Your shift duties are the things you will spend the majority of your time doing. Once again, here are the shift duties we've
So your
examined.
shift duty is to slice meat, clean 4 trays, wipe the station down.
Please the boss. Give
Please
him
the
a hand
boss.
job.
Yeah.
Clean
Yeah.
up the cum off the
Uh-huh.
floor.
Milk the boss daily. Like, go in the back, the boss has a milking table. And you just, like, milk him for, like, 30... Instead of your lunch break, it's 35 minutes of your lunch break. You just gotta milk your boss. This-
And the boss is always naked. Too.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Like he doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Except for lay on the milking
Yeah,
table when
he's-
it's lunchtime for whomever.
He's like, when you're done with your shift, come back here. And milk
Yeah.
me."
On your lunch break, come back here and milk me. And he's convinced that he's like a cow or something.
And then you talk to the other like beef cutters. You're like, oh fuck, I gotta jerk off the
Yeah,
boss
it's like,
again.
fuck it, because it's every day, because it's
Yeah.
on your lunch break.
Yeah, it's in your contract.
Yeah. Like, and that's even where you take your smoke break, so you could be like smoke underneath there and everything. You know, you got to eat your lunch while you're doing it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ew. Oh god, you're eating Jello, potato salad, and you're just milking your
It's like,
boss.
fuck. This
Oh,
guy.
yeah, you're like, what do you do around here? You just get milked every day?
Yeah.
You know, nothing really managerial
What the
about
fuck
that.
is going on with this old country buffet?
In this video segment, greeting and serving guests, maintaining the carving station, assisting
Oh, I guess that was it.
All right.
Great.
Well,
Well,
good.
yeah, country buffet, man. That takes me back.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it does.
happy memories.
Really does. You know what? I'm glad we did this show today because it's been a while.